Yeah, hey, we're gonna do some Under Night replay analysis. So yeah, we're just gonna do like something similar to last month. We're gonna do like a replay analysis. Basically, I'm gonna go look at one of the first sevens that what we were watching. I think 2 months back now, and just sort of break down all of the gameplay aspects that are happening as we're going along, and sort of trying to pick out things that I found that were interesting, important, informative, things that I can learn from personally. Because this next one we're going to do is going to be from Jishi and Wish, which was one of the, I think, the last set of the night at the time.
Okay, chooses not to press the advantage. Yep.
There you go. Yeah, that's a classic right there.
Fireball.
That is what's it called, one big thing here is that when you're playing first to sevens or long sets, right, this sort of sequence is super duper beneficial for you. You've established what this entire sequence looks like by doing fireball dash C fireball dash up 5B far 5B fireball, little things like that, right? So that your opponent is pretty conditioned. It's a very easy thing to condition to people to down back because there's almost no risk of you getting opened up by like an overhead or something like that. So you're basically looking for only the throw. So when you come around to this situation next, you got to see what Jashichi's doing here. Oof. So
Nice throw.
pressure in the corner. We've established that we're just going to down back. Jashichi goes for actually the step afterwards, right? So he's thinking like Wish is going to adapt to it beforehand, before seeing it. So he backdashes out as soon as he sees it because he's trying to bait a response here.
Yeah, it was rough, but gets the cycle. I mean, ooh, there it is. Spent early on.
Woo! Footsies. That was sick. So I mean, you're talking about all of the conditioning that's been happening here, right? So cancels into 2-2A, has a lot of blocks done here. Backdashes out. Oof. Throw whiff. Footsie with 5C. Great starter. So he gets the hit here afterwards. Keeps it pretty simple for a combo. I think he didn't want to mess with whatever, great combo that was going to be. So remember we're like making fun of him dashing twice in people's faces, right? So he gets the hit. Dash, dash, dash back. Footsied.
Nice. Yeah, nice. Very good.
Jashichi just like perfect conditioning.
Yep, meter.
Yeah, he got bonked.
He just got not a bonked.
Rebeat. Saw the shield. That's huge information. Those are the little things you want to really pay attention to when you've committed already to doing like something like RB2C rebeat. Is you want to see what the response is afterwards, right? If they stand still, then your next decision is whether the opponent's gonna adapt or not adapt the next time they see that, right? Is there adaptation based on getting hit or based on seeing things? Ideally, you want to say that everybody's adaptation is based on seeing things, but sometimes that doesn't happen. Sometimes people need to be trained to do things, and there's people who will be led. And you have to make that decision as a fighting game player, whether the opponent will be led or whether the opponent will be or the opponent makes decisions like on the fly like that, right? Nice combo. Hey, baited it, but he didn't get the combo. Pick it up. Ah.
Counter hit. Nice shield. Oh no.
Woof. All right.
Pick it up.
Oh.
Great. So we're talking about this before. A lot of the times when you see Jashichi go for situations like this is a nice throw bait. So he goes fireball. Oh no, this is when he doesn't get the combo. Pressure. So fireball pressure. This becomes plus. He dashes into this situation. He's faking going for a throw. He goes for an assault. First time he's gone for that too.
Yep, nice. Okay, nice. Got out of there.
Yeah, I got out of there. That's fine.
Cycle to Jashichi for sure. Okay, yep.
In that situation right here. So like Teddy, this is what I was talking about, right? In this situation right here, same thing as in the corner. These grid blocks are informing Wish's decision making, right? Because the grid blocks are in the favor of Akatsuki, and the only way that he loses it is that if he gets grid broken, or if he gets thrown in this situation, he's basically only looking for throw. And the other options, right? Like if he takes a throw, he only leads a little bit of damage. He only eats a little bit of damage. But within a one-touch situation, basically that would lose him the game if he doesn't win cycle here, right? So easy throw tech.
For sure. Okay.
Okay.
Well, and the cycle goes to GG. Doing some more fireball stuff.
Yeah.
Fireball CS, run out with 5A.
Hey.
Very nice.
Fireball stuff. Fireball CS, run
Fireball.
5A.
Punish. This is like, we mentioned this before, but like Jishichi's been constantly creating this cycle of decision making with that fireball, with plus on block a fireball, and it's been plus on block a fireball 660 or assault in or dash up throw, right? And all of these, like two of those things get opened up by throw OS, and he just decided that he was just gonna bait out 3CAD and just come out and just bust him in the face. I'm 3CADing in there too.
And a lot of recovery.
So I say this a lot on commentary. It's not about the first hit, it's about the second hit. It's not about the first hit in the round start situation. It's about the hit once you get past halfway through this cycle. This hit is the one that informs a lot of games. Like the win-loss game happens here so often.
Oh, yeah.
So he got the hit here, right? This almost guarantees that he's going to win CS. So he wins CS, gets a mix-up for it.
Yep, nice. Blocks the delay dive. Oh no.
There you go.
Should be death. Yeah.
This combo's so sick, by the way.
And that's easy.
Should be death. Yep.
This combo is so sick.
Yeah.
Like, think about like how cool this combo is, right? I'm dashing over them and then back down, over them again, sliding over,
Should be death.
across them again. Like like Nase is doing like a what's it called? Maximum spider combo.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has the meter. And that's
Yep.
easy.
Should be death. Yep.
And a
So
perfect
cool.
bleed. I think that's a 4-game bleed that
But yeah, that's what I mean. Like that moment, this moment right here.
Box.
I'm looking at the timer.
A lot of recovery.
This moment right here. This moment in the game where basically the first cycle is decided. This is, in my opinion, the single most important moment in the game. It's not about the first hit, it's about the second one. It's not about the first combo, it's not about round start situation, it's about the situation afterwards. This is the part that informs so many games because this is the part that leads people into the momentum that they need to get meter, to get CS, to get mix-ups over one another, and then basically just be able to run people over. One of the things that really I think you can take away from watching this set is playing off your own conditioning. Because fighting games work in sort of a cycle, right? So fighting games work in a cycle in the sense of they work in the sense of like what's it called? So you know, like one option beats another option and beats another option, right? When you've established something, like if you're thinking of like this is the circle, right? Of the circle of options, right? When you have this as a circle and you're basically entering at a point, you start going around in that circle. So understanding that once you enter into that point, right, that you get to going around in circles, understand that like you're basically have entered at that point. So every time you enter at that point, you're basically making a decision on which way you want to go. And so what I saw a lot, so my example for that was like a lot of the times you saw plus on block a fireball from Jishichi dash forward, and that was the establishment, was that he was going to dash forward and use the plus frames off a fireball in order to do a mix-up or put pressure of some sort, right? Or he's going to do plus on block a fireball into dash C. And these were ways to sort of keep someone put for a second. So once they're put, then you can go for mix-ups, right? You can go for assault over, you can go for dash up throw, you can go for more extended pressure, let's say. There's a bunch of things that you can do. So we saw sort of like the evolution of that as we went along. The first time we saw that, we basically saw an entire block string, like a fireball dash C, a late A fireball canceled, dash forward, far B, rebeat to rebeat 5A, stuff like that, right? Just constantly putting pressure. And so every time he started the pressure, or when every time the opponent was like, oh, I'm getting pressured right now, he brought out a new part of that mix up. And that's where really like you can learn a lot from what I think it was Pinwheel or Papa Pesto said early on. Papa Pesto they realize that when they realize they realize that why think about hundreds of interactions when you can think about 6. Correct. Why put yourself in a billion different situations when you can just enter this mix-up situation and use your own information that you've given to the opponent again over and over and over again. That's like the sort of what we're thinking about. I appreciate you guys for stopping by and letting me talk about Undernight for 2 hours. I legit just talked about Undernight for 2 hours. How sick is that? Take it easy, y'all. Have a good rest of your weekend. Have a good Friday, rest of your weekend, and hope to see you guys next week. Take it easy.